Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making the lotus root soup. Don't know what lotus root is? You're in the right place. Check it out. Hi dear friends, this is Erica right here. I'm a Taiwanese citizen currently living in America. Cooking and traveling is my passion, so I'm here to share with you my favorite Asian recipes. On top of that, I also make videos talking about food knowledge and the history background of the dish on this channel. So if that interests you, please subscribe and keep watching. Today we're making a super simple but yet very tasty HongKongnese style lotus root soup. The ingredient and the recipe are both super simple. But before we get into the cooking part, let me introduce you to our main ingredients today, the lotus root. And as usual, we're gonna first talk about what is the lotus root, the nutrition profile of it, as well as how to pick your lotus root and store it at home. Here we go. You probably know what is a lotus. But do you know this beautiful flower that blossoms in the middle of the water also creates an equally lovely root that is a staple in a lot of Asian cuisines? The oldest document of harvesting lotus root occurred centuries ago in Guangzhou, which is southern China. Lotus root is an edible rhizome. After peeled and sliced, it can be eaten both raw or cooked and is commonly seen in salad, soup, and snack food. And of course, in Asia, we stir-fry everything. Lotus grow native in Asia, Middle East, and Australia. The roots might not look as glorious as the flower, but when you slice into it, the interior snowflakes-like presentation makes it stand out. Fresh lotus root had a mild sweetness and a starchy, crunchy texture that makes it a popular addition to stir-fry. It also softens up when cooked, though it retains a slight crunch and its signature mild flavor. It can also turn soft and mushy if you cook it for a long period of time, just like an overcooked potato. Lotus root is a healthy carbohydrate and fiber that is low in sugar and fat. It also contains several essential vitamins and minerals such as potassium, copper, vitamin C, and B6. It can support your heart health and also help you maintain the blood pressure level. Lotus root can have a similar taste to potato, but with lower fat and carbohydrate and with a higher protein level as well. Lotus root also contains folate, choline, iron, and calcium, which are all essential to maintain a healthy pregnancy. Now, how to pick your lotus root in the store? In an Asian supermarket, you can most likely find two different types of lotus root. One is the fresh one that's in the produce area, and second is probably the one that's pre-peeled and sliced, soaked in water in a vacuum-sealed plastic bag. The pre-cut lotus root is really easy to store. Just bring it back home and put it straight into the fridge. But if you're the same as me, you like to purchase fresh produce, here's how you pick a fresh lotus root. Look for the lotus root that are round and plumped, hard to the touch with no damage on the surface. If you got the one that connects to multiple roots, find the one with the shorter and fatter connection part, which means it's more mature and has more crunch to it. Check the color of the roots as well. Pick the one that's yellow to light brown. If it starts to turn black or smell funny, that's not a great sign. Store your lotus root at home just like how you store a potato, but if you're already peeled or chop into it, make sure you soak them in water and put it in the fridge. And the most important of all, as soon as you cut into it, you gotta use it as soon as possible. Now you already know everything you need to know about lotus root. Let's take a look at the rest of the ingredients, shall we? Here's the ingredient that we'll need for today's recipe. It's very simple. We'll need some lotus root. Here are two lotus root connected together. This is normally how they sold in the Asian supermarket, but if you find a pre-sliced one, you can also use that. Here we also need some corn and carrot. I couldn't find a normal carrot in the supermarket today, so I just get the baby carrots. Besides these, we'll also need some dry shiitake mushroom. This mushroom will provide the main umami flavor to the soup, so it's very crucial. I've already pre-soaked some mushrooms, so I'm not gonna repeat it here. You can learn everything you wanna know about dry mushroom in our last video. And besides this, all we need is some salt, and the exact amount will be listed in the description box down below. First things first, let's take care of our main ingredient, the lotus roots. Wash the roots clean. If you purchase the fresh one, there might be some dirt on it. Then slice off the skin on the roots and chop off the bottom and top. Slice them into 1/4 of an inch slices and then set them aside. Next, chop your carrots into bite size. I couldn't find any normal carrots today, so I'm just going to use this baby carrot and chop them in half. If you're using a normal carrot, just peel off the carrot skin and then roller cut them into bite size. Next, we want to chop our corn, and there are some tricks that I want to share with you. I like to keep a paper towel or a cooking cloth on a cutting board and crack my corn on the cob. It can not only lower the noise it makes, but also prevent the corn juice from splashing everywhere. Just slightly drop your knife on the cob and crack it open from the side. You don't need so much strength. Here are some flour shiitake mushroom that I pre-soaked already. Last week we made a video talking about all you need to know about dry mushrooms. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely do that. You will not only learn how to choose a proper dry mushroom for your recipe, but also how to clean and properly soak them. Now all the ingredients are ready, just simply drop them all into the pot, including the mushroom and its soaking water if you're using a traditional soaking method. If you soak the mushroom right, the soaking water will be really clean and full of nutrition, so don't waste it. Add the water to cover up the ingredients for at least 1 inch. Cover it up and turn the heat to high and let it boil for 15 minutes. When the time's up, open up the lid and use a spoon to scoop out all the impurity and bubble on the surface. As you can see in my pot, there's not much dirty things on the surface because I already pre-washed my mushroom before I soak them. So I get rid of those before I put it into my soup. If you're putting any type of meat into your soup today, especially pork, you should definitely scoop out impurity. But if you can't see any, then that's great. You can skip that part. And when that's done, cover it up with the lid and let it simmer for 90 minutes. Depending on the setup as well as your cookware, you might need more water during the cooking process than other people. So check every 30 minutes to make sure the water is not dry out. But also don't put too much water at once or it will dilute the soup. Just use a spoon to stir into your pot and make sure all the ingredients are floating but not stuck on the bottom. Now it's been 1.5 hours, the ingredients are all properly cooked through. Add in some salt to your taste and it's done! The Hong Kong style lotus root soup is ready. The soup looks light and clear, but the carrot, lotus root, as well as corn are all natural sweetener that gives the soup a rich flavor. The lotus root is cooked to super soft that it will almost melt in your mouth. The soup is not only simple to make, but also full of nutrients and great flavor. Have some light soup after dinner will be a great way to end a meal. Some people don't even add any salt into this soup, it's just a natural flavor. But me personally, I like everything salty. Now, while we're enjoying the soup, let's learn how to say the lotus root soup in Chinese. The word of the day today is 莲藕汤, lotus root soup. The first two characters 莲藕 means lotus roots. The last character 汤 means soup. So lotus root soup in Chinese is 莲藕汤. Thank you for cooking with me to the end. Let me know if you like this recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only gonna take you a second, but it means a lot to me. I make video on YouTube every Monday and Thursday, so remember to hit that bell and you'll never miss out. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!